All right. We are getting up and going here, guys. Right on time, Lurch. A rarity for us.
Yeah.
A rarity. Let me bring, so you guys should be getting audio. Let me go ahead and bring in some video. See if we got a video feed. All right, guys. Let us know out there in the YouTube sphere. I need to see some people in the chat. Let us know you got us via audio and video, and that we're loud and clear before we get moving here. Let me see on our end out there in YouTube's right there. We are looking good on our end. Loud and clear, says Jake Moritz. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it, Lurch. What are you doing over there?
Getting all set up, getting my chat opened up.
For God's sakes, you've had a half hour. I set up the entire live stream, cameras, lighting, audio, notes. I mean, everything. And he sat over there and he doesn't even have, and we're going live and he can't even get his chat ready.
Good for you.
What in the hell are you doing over there?
Working.
Whatever.
There it is.
For God's sakes, you think it's your first live podcast.
There we go. I was in the inbox answering emails.
All right, very good.
I'm doing what you pay me to do.
Lurch is answering all your emails because we get a plethora of emails. That is for sure. All right, let's get this thing going. Lurch.
Yes.
I haven't done this in a while. I don't know if it's one of those things that pisses me off or if it's just one of those things that I can't help but be irritated by.
Well, we'll judge after you tell us.
It may just...
It could be both.
It could be. At some point, I'm thinking it does piss me off. So here's the deal. Let's see if it pisses any of you off. And if you're a meteorologist, please don't take this personal because it doesn't run across the board for all meteorologists. Right now, this is live for our patron members only. One of the great benefits for being a patron member, live video, broadcast, and chat. The rest of you are going to hear this months later. This is going to be old news, but it really doesn't have to do with the news. Okay. So right now, we are in the midst of a few tornadoes in Florida.
Hurricanes.
Sorry. What did I say?
Probably tornadoes.
Okay, I meant hurricanes. Hurricanes. And I am so sick and tired of the news.
That's all it's on right now.
Covering an effing hurricane.
Well, in all fairness, it is a pretty big one.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, like record setting.
You don't even know what I'm pissed about. You can't even deny it. You can't even
one that big in 100
argue
years.
It's not even about the news. It gets deeper.
Okay.
Okay. You live in Florida. There's hurricanes. We get it. There's been hurricanes for thousands and thousands of years. A new hurricane is not big news. Okay. But everybody's doing it now. Here's the part. And my heart goes out to anybody who lives in a hurricane. I'm not trying to be mean towards that. This is strictly towards the news. You can cover it a little bit, but at some point it gets really boring. And here's what's worse.
Probably boring for us that aren't experiencing it. Probably not boring for the people that are in the middle.
I don't know because they're used to it. They live there. The one guy that was just on the news, I've lived here 30 years. I've been through so many of these. I don't think so. I don't think it's even that newsworthy to them.
I haven't seen any footage of a newscaster, wearing their gear and pretending like they're in this horrible.
Dude, are you reading my mind?
And then somebody like pedals a bike behind them or something. I haven't seen that yet.
This is the part that pisses me off. Lurch just jumped ahead on me. He reads my mind. That's how we work together every day.
Yeah, 20 some years.
That's the part that pisses me off.
We're like an old married couple.
Is these freaking reporters, dude. They got to make it look all exciting. This guy, this knucklehead is out there in his freaking raincoat and pants with a damn bike helmet on, dude.
I saw that, dude. Yeah.
And they got to make it so exciting. I'm out here in the storm. Look how windy it is. I'm actually leaning into the wind. Oh my God. Yeah. Like we've never seen freaking wind and rain and waves before, you morons. And they really try to make it all exciting. Dude, I'm leaning, and if you look behind me, I'm like, hey, jackass, how about you just go back to your hotel? How about that? We've all hurricanes pretty much look the same. I've seen them on the news for many years. So, dude, it pisses me off when the reporters get on there, they start yelling and they're making it all exciting. And look at me, I'm in the eye of the storm. That's awesome when the bike goes behind me and people are out just walking around and shit. Oh yeah, dude, they've been bad this one. I don't know, or maybe I'm just getting more pissed off at it, but I'm like, please stop. But at any rate, our hearts and prayers do go out to anybody who it's not about the seriousness of the hurricane. Right. It is serious, and we don't want people to lose property. This is strictly about the news way overdoing it on the hurricane coverage, okay? It's pissing me off, Lurch. Pissing me off. Whew, I feel better.
Well, I'm sure there's some politicians that are happy that is all it's being covered because their screw-ups are not being highlighted at the moment.
True.
Without getting political.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. That's a good point. All right. I don't know. I wasn't even monitoring chat. I'm all hot.
It got dead quiet as soon as you went off on your rampage. They're all not sure what to say.
Most of the time it does. I got to rant once in a while, folks. It makes me feel better. I rant all the time with Lurch. All right, let's get back. Let's get back on track here. All right. I'll tell you this. If I was in the eye of the hurricane, I may need these.
Oh, definitely.
Because I may poop myself.
Yeah.
Just FYI. Dude wipes.
Oh, you could just go outside and let the wind and rain clean it off.
Yeah, but it's not going to be mint.
That's true.
It's just going to be nasty old dirty ocean water, dude. I think you need some dude wipes. That's right. You want to know how to have a fresh smelling and squeaky clean butt before riding? Bikeaholics? Yep. We just told you how. Get hooked up with dude wipes, flushable wet wipes. Oh yeah, your butt will smell like a breath of fresh air. I'm not kidding. And if you use those mint ones, that's right. It's like a breath mint for your ass. It will leave you with a little spring in your step. You'll feel just a little bit better all freaking day. lawabidingbiker.com/fresh-butt. That's /fresh-butt, BUTT. No additional cost to you, but we do get a small commission if you click through and make a purchase. We're carrying them on our adventure bikes, the singles now too, Lurch. When we go in the hills, we've been doing some adventure riding. Don't leave home without the dude wipes. You want to go on a trip, Lurch? You're at your computer. You're 3 whiskeys in. We highly encourage you to drink while shopping in the Law Abiding Biker store.
So this is Tuesday?
You're right. Yeah, Tuesday morning, about 8:30 a.m.
Hey, I'm retired, man. And
that's right.
My new boss encourages drinking while working.
They think I'm joking. I'm not joking. Yeah, there you go. So you want to buy something, you're drinking, you got over the stress of should you make the purchase. You're like, whatever, I don't care about what the wife said. I'm buying it now. I'm 3 whiskeys in. But you reach in your pockets, that's right, nothing but lint, maybe a penny. Don't worry, that's right, because you can buy it right freaking now in the Law Abiding Biker store because we have integrated shop pay installments. That's right. Buy it now. That's right. Knowing you can pay in 4 equal payments, interest-free. You can do it in the month now too. But there is an interest attached to that. But if you want to do the 4 equal payments, those are interest-free right in the Law Abiding Biker store. Tons of you taking advantage of that particular option.
I got mail. Yay. I got mail. Yay.
A voicemail, that is.
Hello, lab crew. This is Slice.
Slice of cake? Slice of pie?
Slice of man meat?
Slice of pizza?
Slice of... Yeah, now I'm hungry.
All right, Slice. We're not making fun. That's we think. Well,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's
nickname.
cool. Slice.
I assume it's a nickname.
I think you should have a second nickname though, like Slice-O Pizza.
Nah, that's weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Good try.
Robert's from Walla Walla, Washington.
Ooh, Walla Walla, the city, so great. You got to name it twice. Walla Walla.
Oh my God.
Man, I really appreciate the videos you guys are putting out, the podcasts and everything. I used the search engine on your blogs to see if there's...
Well, that's interesting. Good job, Slice.
Yeah.
He used the search bar built right into our website and the YouTube channel where you can find anything, 10 years of content.
Anything on first aid kits. The closest thing I found was episode 99 of your podcast. You're talking about what you guys pack for long trips. I'm kind of curious as...
Beef
if you guys
jerky,
would
dude
change
wipes.
any of what you guys had spoke of on that. It was really good stuff. I appreciate it. But one thing that I did kind of notice was missing is if you guys use actually a first aid kit, if everybody carries a first aid kit, or if you're going in a group, if one person does.
Almost needed one the other day, Slice, when Lurch went head first into the powder dirt off his KLR.
The only thing hurt was my ego.
It is. We don't have anything to repair egos in there, but we're looking. We'll sell it if we do.
And if so, what do you guys carry as far as for first aid? You guys definitely talked about medications, but didn't get into any more specifics. Also, with you guys being, a lot of you being law enforcement officers, I imagine you guys carry some sort of first aid on your Leo bikes. So I'm just kind of curious as to what that stuff is that you carry. I think that'd be great for everybody else to know. So thanks a lot.
No. Thank you, Slice, for leaving a voicemail. Lawabidingbiker.com/contact is how he did that. He left that right from the built-in microphone in his computer, free of charge. That's right. Just key it up, lawabidingbiker.com/contact. Right over on that page, you can leave a email or a simple voicemail. You can do it from your phone too. We make it really, really easy. Lurch, do you want to answer that question?
Well,
from
yes,
Slice?
Absolutely. We've been looking at some quality first aid stuff for a while, and we finally came across something that we really like. In fact, all of us carry it in our bikes in one form or another. And it's if you go to our store, it's called the Everyday Carry Trauma Kit. What's different about this kit is, a lot of first aid kits just have bandages and Band-Aids, and, it says it's got 250 pieces, but it's got, it counts every Tylenol and aspirin and bee sting kit and whatnot. So this one is really suited for, law enforcement or motorcycling, because if you wreck your bike, there's a good chance you might sustain some serious trauma. So what makes this one different, one is it's just a compact size. It's a nice small one that you can throw in your saddlebag or your backpack or whatever you choose to put it in, but it's set up for the more serious injuries. So it's got a tourniquet if you need it. It's got what they call a trauma bandage, but it's also known as an Israeli bandage, and that's a compress that you can has gauze in it with a compress, and you can wrap that sucker tight and put a lot of pressure on that wound. It also comes with some gauze, gloves, all kinds of stuff, but it's really set up, and Band-Aids, of course, but it's really set up for the gnarly stuff. On top of that, we've added some other stuff. Old Ricky's been busy in the store adding stuff. You guys wanted it, so we're bringing it in. He's got a small one. If you just want a little Band-Aid kit or something, he's got the Orion Runabout first aid kit that just has your basic generic stuff. Then he's also added something that you can. I don't. What I have is expired. The Quick Clot, so I need to get a new package of it. But that Quick Clot has powder on that helps clot your blood and stop you from bleeding. So I'm probably going to add that Adventure Medical Trauma Pat with Quick Clot to my everyday carry. I just haven't done that yet. And then he even added a big bad boy. It's called the Adventure Medical Kit, Mountain Kit. And it's got all kinds of stuff. That one's, I think you can do surgery with that one if you want, Ryan.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
On top of that, we've thrown a little first aid for off-road vehicles and bikes. First aid, jeez. First alert, fire extinguisher. So all that's new to the Law Abiding Biker store. But to go back to what Slice was asking, what we all carry is that everyday carry trauma kit in one form or another on our bikes. And when we ride in groups, we make sure that one of our things we talk about before we hit the ride when Ryan's doing his little pre-ride briefing is who's got kits and where they're at, so that God forbid somebody does go down, we know where to get to one quick.
There you go. David Schwartz in the private patron member only chat during this episode here asks a good question, and I forgot where it is, but I memorized the question pretty much. But he said, hey, what do you guys do about the butt buffer when it rains? Oh, here it is. Hey guys. Hey David, by the way. Hey guys, what do you do with the butt buffer when it rains? Do you remove it or what? And the answer to that question, because I've run into that, is you got two options. Either hide that shit in your saddlebag if you know it's going to rain, and if you don't, you just ride with a wet ass. This happened to me on a trip.
Or you get your buddy with a
that's what we
tour
did.
pack.
Yeah, tell them about that. What did we do? We put it in a plastic. It was on our Minnesota trip, right?
It was. We had a nasty storm come in after we had gone to bed. We actually parked underneath the cover of the hotel, but the wind and rain were coming in at an angle, so it actually blew your buffer off your seat and onto the ground.
Because I was undercover. That's right. It was like a hurricane.
It was pretty, almost
in Minnesota.
So the material is obviously not going to soak up water, the elastic material that's inside, but the cover will. So your cover got soaked with water, and it was to the point where it wasn't going to dry out quickly. So we just put it in a bag and threw it in my tour pack. You have so much luggage and stuff on your bike that you don't generally have a whole lot of extra space. But I would suggest if you know it's going to rain or you're going into the hotel for the night, either you can roll it up and throw it in your saddlebag, or if you have a trunk like I do, I just take it in and lay it, flat in my trunk, just for more than anything to protect it from the elements, but also make sure somebody doesn't walk away with it.
Or you can be like me and just leave it on your seat all the time, because I'm in too much of a hurry, and then I have to deal with the consequences of that, which I have. They do get very wet, by the way. I'm not going to lie to you. It was heavy. It was at least weighed 10 pounds.
Yeah, it's got a cover on it, and the cover is going to absorb the water.
Yeah, I guess the gel pad doesn't, or not the gel pad, but the pad itself doesn't. But yeah, good question. Thanks, guys, for being here in the chat. We love interacting with you. And all those first aid stuff in the Law Abiding Biker store, of course, search for it or just go to top menu accessories. All the way at the bottom is emergency. And I dumped a link into the private chat for you guys so you can take a look at that.
Yeah, Jake says he usually just rolls his up and throws it in his saddlebag.
There you go. Want to ride longer? Tired of a sore neck? Yes, then fix it with a high-quality butt buffer seat cushion. That's right. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of butt buffer seat cushions. Glad, David, that you're getting use out of that. Oh, yeah, once you've had Rick Rack, you'll never go back. The ultimate motorcycle luggage rack solution. Forget those messy straps and bungee cords. Go strapless with a Rick Rack quick attach luggage system and quality bag. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Get hooked up now. All right. Hey, Bikeaholics, guess what? Zero 3D has a wide variety of innovative products for your Harley-Davidson and a brand new line for the all-new Honda Goldwing named Gold Strike. Top quality, affordable chrome lighting and comfort products. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store. Check out our full line of Zero 3D products.
Just ordered a butt buffer for my KLR.
Yeah, buddy. One of the passenger ones because they fit the seats.
I think it's a little different shape. I ordered the passenger pillion one. It was too small, so I'm going to try a small butt buffer.
A small butt buffer. Will it be the same as the one I have on mine?
I don't know. We'll see when it comes.
All right, I guess we'll compare them.
Yeah.
Welcome back, you freaking bikeaholics. This is the podcast for the motorcycle majority, the Big MM, also known as the
99%.
That's right, large and in charge of the motorcycle scene more than any time in history. By being here, by listening, you're part of what we call the hashtag
Biker Revolution.
That's right. We have one question. What are you waiting for? Mount up.
And let us take you on another wild-ass ride.
There you go, guys. Ryan Urlacher here, your host of the Law Abiding Biker podcast. And, of course, your
high-tech redneck, baby.
Mm-hmm. Lurch in the house with me. Good one.
Thank you.
Breathe easy. Breathe easy, my friend.
Timo says, you use butt buffers on your office chairs? Absolutely, I do when I'm working at home.
He does.
Quite often. I've got a comfortable chair out in my man cave out in the shop. I've got a desk set up out there so I can work remotely. But sometimes if I don't walk out there, if I'm too lazy, I'll work at the kitchen at the bar, it's got little stools. They're not the most comfortable. I'll go grab that butt buffer. I've done it before and thrown it on the chair.
We actually know quite a few people. We've had a lot of feedback over time that are using them on their office chairs and desks and things like that. Hells yeah.
So Timo, yes, I do.
So we've got a cool episode for you guys. We actually got a lot to talk about. We'll see what we get through, but one of our main topics will be the Harley Davidson Icon El Diablo that was released. We did a recent Boss audio update to some saddlebag speakers, and you didn't put whatever else we're talking in about there, but I think he meant to put the Enthusiast Collection in here.
I did. Did I mistype it?
Yeah, well, you didn't put it in here at all.
Oh, up there.
Yeah, so I'll put it in here.
I think because it was going to be
no excuses.
It was It was going to be a third topic if we got to it. Now we have to get to
we
it.
don't have to do anything. We've been known not to talk about things that we didn't have time for.
In the early days, it wasn't uncommon for the main topic to be about 15 minutes long, and the rest of it was just BSing.
Yeah, right. So nothing's changed, really?
Not really.
All right, very good. We're going to talk about that stuff. We'll have some fun doing it, of course, and hanging out here with you guys in the live chat. But you can look forward to that. We want to introduce a new free video. Do you want to talk about this real quick, Lurch?
Yeah, this is one we just recorded. It's your video, and it's called My Professional Moto Vlog Setup Reveal. So basically, Ryan goes through his moto vlog setup, talks about the cameras and the microphones and all his different setups. And, a lot of guys out there are just using full face helmets, but you like a modular helmet, and you're not about to let the difficulty of making that work stop you. So you've got some creative ways you show 3 different helmets on how you go through and set that thing up so that you can moto vlog, have good quality video, audio, and have the comfort of your modular helmet. Great video.
So that's out on the YouTube channel, and we're going to do a follow-up podcast on that where I'm actually going to dive in a little bit deeper and talk. Maybe you just want to, it's been a long time since we talked about, a lot has changed. Maybe you just want to grab some video for yourself on trips or for your friends and things like that. So we are going to do a full episode on that. So look forward to that coming on down the road. Now,
Haywood says it was a great video.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it very much. Lurch Lurch has done a lot of podcasts, 10 years of it here. He's also the producer, and he's also in charge of the show notes, and he edits all of it. So I want to know when the last time that we thanked patrons after the main topic. Let me just go ahead and fix that.
See, the thing is I put the notes in there, and you go around and fuck around.
No, I don't. I haven't touched notes.
You're like, I'm going to make what's this doing here?
A boilerplate, dude, that you have to use every time.
Please do, because I copied.
Don't you edit? Wouldn't you know that the patrons always get thanked before the main topic?
Unless you moved them on the last one, I just copied the last one and used it as a template. So
no, you didn't.
I'd be happy for you to make a template for me
Good
to use.
God.
That way, if it's out of line, it's your fault.
This is your template. This one right here. Use it from now on.
Done.
Or just listen when you're editing.
God forbid we change it up a little bit.
Okay. New free video, guys. And of course, we love our sponsors.
If you haven't noticed, a listening audience, Ryan's a little bit particular, and he likes things in certain orders.
Yeah, since, it is how the episodes go that we've done for 10 years. The rest of us can
just wing it.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't like to wing it.
So these are some of our brand new patrons. They are direct sponsors on why these episodes are still coming to you after 9 years, even though Lurch gets it in the wrong order. Go ahead, Lurch.
This dude is in the chat, and we just mentioned him. Timo.
Look at that. What's the odds of that?
Of Milford, New Hampshire. Terry Reeves of Lafayette, Louisiana, and Aaron Ross of Tulum, California.
Jeff Bacon of Thetford, United Kingdom. Shout out UK. Roger Brown of Cornelius, Oregon. Top tier Ben Ashley of Charleston, Tennessee. lawabidingbiker.com/Patreon, Patreon. That's right. Pledge a certain amount. Purpose content nowhere to you because you can put a monthly cap. There are many benefits such as t-shirts and stickers, access to that private Facebook group, which is a troll-free zone, nothing but bikers helping bikers. You get access to live video broadcasts and chat podcasts months early before everybody else. Store discount codes, access to those premium videos upon request, and of course, access to those ride meetup and events, not only the sanctioned ones, but all the ride meetup and events that are going on in that private Facebook group. Bikers chilling and hanging and riding with other bikers. It doesn't get any better than that, folks.
I believe there's one coming up here shortly in Texas.
There is.
Yeah.
Tickles my fancy, Lurch.
Isn't that cool?
Every time I hear that. I don't know what a fancy is, but it tickles it.
It's also referred to as a taint.
Is that what a fancy is?
I mean, if I had to guess.
I've never actually looked up that saying, but I often say it tickles my fancy. I guess a fancy can really be whatever you want.
It can be whatever you want, but
it could be the taint.
I think it's probably the taint.
Yeah. I mean, a good taint tickle. Who doesn't like that? All right. We do it. Now, speaking of this, we're going to dive in right into the content here. I mean, we get right at it here on this podcast, but we like to do a lot of stuff up front because it's super important too. We did do a video on the El Diablo. It is on the YouTube channel. It did pretty well. I would have liked to get my hands on an El Diablo, of course, but seeing as how there's limited, which we'll talk about here in a minute, likely not going to be the case. But there is a new free video. Again, El Diablo, if you want the short and skinny on it, then you can certainly go over to the YouTube channel or the website. Of course, the video's there too on the new El Diablo. What do you want me? Lurch
Right
is
there.
pointing for me to go down.
I think, Low Rider, where it says STL Diablo. There you go.
I'm glad you did the notes in order too.
They were in order. That was right there.
No, you got up here. Hang on. We got now Boss Audio. We're talking about last per the title, but now we have it first in the show. This is a train wreck.
Because when I wrote it, that was what we're going to talk about.
This is why Lurch is not allowed to drink at 8:30 in the morning anymore. We're holding till 9.
That's what happens when you get too many cooks in the kitchen. There's too many people working on show notes.
I did not. I never touched these show notes. You made these show notes, dude. I never touched these. In fact, at lunch, I had to ask you about it, what the show notes were about.
It must have just been the way I titled it, because Boss Audio was our main, was when we first talked about this podcast, Boss Audio was the main topic, and it's kind of moved since then. But I just wanted to direct you to that.
Do you guys think I hack on Lurch too much? Sometimes I feel bad because I hack on him live all the time, but he takes it very well, and he knows I don't mean anything by it. That's half the fun around here, stuff like this, because we aren't real serious on our podcast, and this is funny shit when it's completely backwards from the title. I'm working through it.
Here's a thought. You could just scroll up like I'm telling you to. Get to the point.
You're over here like, this is professional podcast. Dude, I put it in the wrong place. Go down.
Nobody would have noticed.
They can't even see you. You're on video, dude. You're like, down.
Nobody would have noticed, man. Follow along.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
All right. Do you want to start out with the El Diablo?
I haven't said it recently. My new boss is a dick.
I am kind of a dick. I like hacking on people, dude. I like hacking on you. It's fun. Makes me feel better about myself.
All right, El Diablo. So here's what Harley has to say about it. An extraordinary series of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Well, this is in particular talking about the icons, but an extraordinary series of Harley-Davidson motorcycles inspired by the most recognizable and sought-after models. Each icon in the collection celebrates our signature colors, designs, and parts, and merges them with the latest technology. These bikes are limited edition numbered motorcycles produced only once. A new icon will debut annually. And I do remember early on they talked about could be up to 2 a year, but so far we've just got one yet last year, the Electric Glide, and then one this year. The El Diablo.
The El Diablo. So yeah, correct. Icons collection started in 2021, of course. And I really like that Electric Glide revival. That was a well done bike. And we'll probably get into it a little bit, but when you think about iconic bikes and something that's a bit of a, nod to the past, when you look at that bike, it definitely looks like an icon, and it's been around for a long time. And I like the colors. I remember when we had the conversation about this on a podcast. It's a kind of a teal color and a white color, kind of a throwback to the 50s, and I like it. Some people weren't thrilled with it, but I think it's a beautiful looking bike. I do too. And I probably like it because it's near and dear to my heart because it's the same bike as my police Electra Glide.
But cooler.
Yeah, but cooler. It is cooler. Now if you guys forgot, we have done an episode in the past, but the Icon collection inspired by the most recognizable and sought after Harley models. They say that they are iconic rides for modern times. How about that? They also say they may release, I don't know if you mentioned 2 icons, but I'm not sure we're going to get a second one this year, just like last year. I think they dangled it out there just in case they have a year where they can get out 2, but I'm suspecting, what do you think? I think we're only getting 1 this year.
Being that it's September, I doubt we'll get a second one, but you never know.
Yep.
I'm not betting on it.
I don't know about 23. I'm guessing maybe just 1 then too. It'd be nice if they put out 2, but it is what it is. All right. Let's see. So let's dive in a little bit so you guys know kind of what this El Diablo is. So the first thing to know about the Low Rider El Diablo guys is that they only producing, did you mention this?
Nope.
1,500 of them. So each time they put out an icon, it's 1,500 across the board, and that's all you're going to get. Additionally, as we've learned, and as the Icon collection goes here in 2022, you're going to have to go to the Harley Davidson website and order it up there. When you'd actually like to take delivery, basically, you got to let them know of your El Diablo, but it seems from what we could tell that it'll be in the fall of later this year. So I don't know if you guys know or you have a friend or anything, let us know in chat.
I'm seeing some are starting to get delivered, just watching
are they?
YouTube and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So there you go. And if anybody in this chat got one, let us know. I'd really be curious about that one of the 1500. So the next question is, how is the El Diablo different from the Low Rider ST that was just released in April of this year, you ask? Well, the El Diablo is really just a Low Rider ST, guys. I hate to break the news to you, but that's kind of what it's all about. The only two things that make it different, the El Diablo from the standard Low Rider ST, is that it comes with the Rockford Fosgate fairing audio system already installed, which you can also get and install it in the regular Low Rider ST. And it comes with I said one-off paint scheme, but I didn't really mean that. It's not a one-off. It's a 1,500 off paint scheme with pinstripe.
It's a one-off version. There's 1,500
yes,
of them.
1,500 of them.
Original.
Yeah. And we'll talk more about the paint here in a moment, guys. And if you don't remember, I actually did a complete video when I went down to Santa Barbara. Harley took me down there, and I actually did two bikes down there, the Nightster and, of course, the Low Rider ST. So I really ask you, if you haven't seen that video, you want to learn about the El Diablo, there's no reason. If you see videos about the El Diablo or test rides, well, it's old news because it's just a Low Rider ST, and we already all did videos on that. I see some people pinning them up trying to get some views and stuff, but that bike is exactly the same. So certainly watch mine or others' ride reviews of the original Low Rider ST. It's not going to ride any different with the paint. I'm just saying. It's probably going to ride exactly the same in the pinstripe.
At least 5 miles an hour faster.
It might have more horsepower. I don't know. They may have put some special clear coat on it. I don't know. But there you go. So the Low Rider ST. Now, the El Diablo's base price is more expensive. That will be another difference of it. Coming in at $28,000 starting. I heard some people. Weren't we getting some feedback after that video?
We were, that some places are jacking up the price on them because they're limited. And I think we heard as high as 10,000 above MSRP.
Yep. I was hearing like 30, 35. And I heard some guys say close to 40.
Yeah. Yep. That's crazy.
So we could get off on a whole nother tangent on that. I don't know what I think about that. The El Diablo's, its base price comes in at $28,000, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I do like, capitalism and supply and demand and all that kind of stuff. I don't know Harley, as big as company as they are, should allow their dealerships to do that. I think it's kind of bad for them if they're going to do.
So it's sleazy.
All right, okay. You're saying it. I'm not going that far, but I agree with you to a certain extent. Yeah.
If you're a consumer and you buy one at MSRP, and you either turn around and sell it or you hold it for a while and the value goes up and you sell it, fine.
Right.
But it's a little sleazy for a dealership to crank the price up on it, I think.
Yeah. I think if Harley's going to do it this way, they should just not put a price on it. And you get on and
just bid,
and you kind of bid depending, or you talk to your dealership.
Yeah.
But to list on your website a base price of 28, and then you go to the dealership and they're like, we'll take $40,000. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think?
This is what I would say.
Yeah, that's the old middle finger straight up.
Here.
Let us know what you guys think in the chat. Whether you think that's good business practice for Harley to be jacking those bikes up like that. I know there's only 1,500. Again, I'm careful on, capitalism and all that. I'm a big proponent of that, and
within
reason, but
have some morals.
Yeah. Especially when you're getting up that high. And then don't list the base price on your website, because that's just going to piss people off.
Right.
Just say, get with your dealership and talk pricing. Or whatever, because that's really what they're doing.
I wonder how they're going to hold their value over time. It's a limited edition, so there's some value there to have a limited edition bike. But man, I don't know if it's going to be cool enough to garner a big price later on. I mean, so my thought process is, if you go in and you pay above MSRP on this thing, and in a couple of years you try to sell it, or you're going to get hosed.
Yeah. Some interesting comments going on in here in the chat that I'm monitoring. Mark Arnold says it's nice, referring to the El Diablo, but the upgrades don't justify the price. Timo how do you say it?
I would say Sturdivant.
Well, the higher dollar base will be worth more later, right? Mark Arnold says, in theory, but it's like buying a CVO. All good comments.
Yeah.
Timo goes on to say, that's my thought, Mark. It's too much in my opinion, he says. Greg Bonomo says, BS. I think that's to my question of whether Hardy should be doing this or not. Yeah. Timo goes on, if 1,500 people want to pay that, good of them, but sure. I will wait 3 years and buy one cheaper. Good comments.
I think most likely they will be cheaper in the end.
Mark Arnold goes on to say,
Timo's last name right.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand. There should be some price limits. I agree with that, Mark, too. Good conversations, guys. I love hearing the community. We certainly don't know it all. We have our opinions too. I think there's a fine line in there somewhere. But I think it's getting out of hand, and I think it's going to rub some customers wrong to where people are just going to shrug off the Icon models. Like, I'm not even looking at them because they're just going to rate me on it. That's kind of where the position I'm in. I'm like, I don't care how cool the Icon models. I'm not going to go pay Harley Davidson, 200% markup kind of bullshit. I guess if I was swimming in money, I would, a pool full of money, I might do that, but, agree. Yeah. Thanks for the, conversation. And then Russell Roberts says way too much. Yeah. Good, guys. All right. So I think we, talked about that. Do you want to talk about anything else? You want me to go on?
Are you going to move on to the next paragraph there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Move on.
Now you could buy the regular Low Rider ST for $1,000. You could buy the regular Low Rider ST, and for $1,000, you could buy the same Rockford Fosgate system, guys, and install it yourself. With the purchase of the bike, that puts you at around $23,000. So that leaves you with $5,000 to get your own custom paint job on your Low Rider ST. That would definitely be a one of a kind. So basically, $1,000, throw the stereo system in yourself, and then go get a real one-off paint scheme. And you'd have a bike, and you wouldn't have it at around $28,000 at $28,000, not getting jacked up by the dealership. So something to think about. I don't think a lot of people, I'll give my opinions about the El Diablo at the end and my overall thoughts of it, but I think a lot of people weren't that impressed by it because it is just Low Rider ST, slap some paint and a stereo system. Anyways, yeah. But you're going to pay the premium if you want that El Diablo paint. Clearly. All right, guys. So if you see, let's move on from there. You want to talk about the paint job and give a little specifics about that on the El Diablo?
Well, as we know, Harley likes to get fancy with the names of their paint. Even like your whiskey amber, which is orange, or my amber whiskey, which is orange, or my superior blue, which is a blue.
Superior.
They got really extravagant with this paint. So they're calling the paint the El Diablo Bright Red and El Diablo Dark Red Metallic Fade. So practice that one if you buy one.
Sexy.
It's also got some pale gold pinstriping throughout the bike, and they use a tinted clear coat, which gives it a candied effect. It is a good looking paint.
Yeah, it is. It's hot.
Yeah,
no doubt about it.
So the paint was custom applied by the artisans at Gunslingers Custom Paint in Golden, Colorado. So
never heard of them.
I haven't either.
We looked them up, right?
Looked them up, checked them out. Yeah, do a lot of bike stuff. So quite often, I believe they do a lot of that in-house, or at least they used to, a lot of the custom paint. So they're going outside of the MoCo for that one. So that's kind of cool.
Yep. Very cool. And so a question that might come up for you guys is, so why should someone buy one of 1,500 El Diablos that will be produced? Well, we're going to tell you why here in just a moment. Hey, Bikeaholics. Searching for new and exciting motorcycle products? 03D has the products you dream about for your bike. Check out the wide variety of innovative products for Harley Davidson and Honda Goldwing motorcycles. 03D's got your back with chrome and black parts, lighting, and other comfort products. No modifying, cutting, grinding, or welding. For an easy installation that equals less time installing, more time riding, Zero 3D has a design team of riders with over 40 years experience with a passion for design and innovation. Zero Gold Strike are the motorcycle LED lighting innovators for CAN bus plug-and-play system compatibility. They pride themselves on great customer service. Got a question? Get in touch with them. Email sales@zero3d.com. Give them a call, 715-808-0027. And I can definitely see, Lurch, I visualize the El Diablo and some of the Zero 3D products that would make that bike look really good.
Oh, absolutely.
I would dress that thing up. Probably put the fangs on it for sure. Mm-hmm. Pop in fangs, and then I would definitely put the rear tail light that I have on my Street Glide. Would that go? No, that wouldn't.
Yeah, I haven't looked to see what they've got for the back end.
Yeah, we would look at something for the back end of that thing. Lighten that thing up, dude, back there.
Vision X headlight.
Oh. Yeah, buddy.
I'm not sure if they've got the bezel made for it yet, but I'm sure they'll have a chrome bezel, fang bezel.
That's right.
Absolutely.
There you go, guys. A new leader has emerged, so check out Zero 3D's custom line of Gold Stripe products for the all-new Honda Gold Wings. Better yet, help support us. Head over to lawabidingbiker.com/store and check out our full line of Zero 3D products. If you get your hands on that El Diablo, we can help you dress that biatch up.
One of the big questions, and something it's quite debated that I've seen online, is whether or not this is even an Icon bike.
It is, because Hardy says it is.
And I think
it is,
recent release of the Low Rider S and now this one, that probably muddies the water a little bit. I think if the Low Rider ST did not come out, then perhaps when they did this El Diablo, it would have been a bit bigger deal, but now we've already seen it. So this is a version of that. Mm-hmm. But what they're saying is that the Low Rider El Diablo is a modern expression of the iconic 1983 Harley-Davidson FXRT and a representation of the creative times it was born in. And that's a quote from Brad Richardson, Vice President of Design and Creative Director at Harley. Mm-hmm. He says it embodies the spirit of counterculture in Southern California in the 80s, in a contemporary package that features meticulous crafted custom paint, including pinstripe trajectories that nod directly to those of the original FXRT. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious what, as we're chatting, maybe we can get some people in the chat to give us their opinion, whether or not they think it's an Icon or it's just a redo of the Low Rider ST.
Mm-hmm. Good.
What say you?
Appreciate you bringing that up. And so to answer my question, of why would someone want to buy one of these El Diablos that will be produced? Well, really, that comes down to personal preference. But you may want it, as we've discussed in chat, for a future collectible, or you want to sit on it like Lurch said, or some of the guys in chat, and sell it for more later, or maybe you just really, really like that paint scheme. And Mark Arnold does make a comment that HD has always had great paint quality, which is very true. So if you really love that paint scheme and all that kind of stuff, and you want it for a collectible, otherwise, you'll bag it and you'll just go out and buy the standard Low Rider ST, put a stereo system in it, and get it custom painted yourself and walk away somewhere, depending on your custom paint job. I'm guessing around 28 to 30 schmackers. 30 grand, that is. What do I personally think about the El Diablo? Lurch will give you his opinion too, but I think it's a badass looking bike, guys. I really do. I think they did it regardless of the jacking up the price. And is it an Icon or is it not an Icon? Does it resemble the FXRT? All that kind of stuff. Regardless of that, I just it popped when I first saw it. I was pretty excited about it. I would like to have one, of course. I mean, who wouldn't? I think Hardy nailed it. I really do. They think they nailed it on the paint scheme. I think it's a good representation, personally, of the FXRTs of the past. That's my opinion. Curious what you guys think in the chat. If money was not an issue, like I said, I'd certainly be picking one up, because you better believe I'd ride the devil like the little bitch he is. That's right. It's a devil bike. It's the devil bike. I've always wanted to ride the devil. All right. Lurch, what do you think overall?
Well, I think it's a beautiful paint job, no doubt about it. I love the tank and the way they did the little, if you will, devil's little tails on the paint there. Very cool bike. Yes, it is a good representation of FXRT, of today's representation of it. Mm-hmm. I think it's the release of it maybe not have been the best timing, considering the Low Rider ST just came out. So I think that overshadowed it a little bit. If that Low Rider ST hadn't come out yet, or they waited another year or two on this one, it might have made a bigger pop. if money was an option, sure, I'd like to have all these bikes, but the truth is money is an option. So for me, it's a no-go just because of the price. I don't even go CVOs because of the price. I'll rather take a special and do what I want to it. So if it was me and I was going for Low Rider, I'd go with just the ST and trick it out the way I wanted to do it. And I still have, and somebody mentioned it in the chat, that the bags are small, but also that one that's smaller on the right side to make room for the exhaust just throws me when I look at the back of the bike.
Yeah.
I really hope that Harley comes out with a right-hand bag that's the same size you could buy if you wanted to go to like a single exhaust or something.
Yeah.
It's just an aesthetic thing. I'm a little bit OCD anyway, so it drives me crazy, but I think it's a beautiful bike. No doubt about it. For me, I would pass on it.
Yep. All right. Let's move on into the Enthusiast Collection. So, which gets passed by a lot. So an ongoing collection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles inspired by our community of passionate riders. The Enthusiast Collection celebrates the diversity of our community and the unique backgrounds and interests of the people within it. Launched annually, each series pays tribute to a subset of our broader community of riders, available in limited quantities across a selection of models. And Lurch knows more about the Enthusiast Collection than me, but I did look at some of it. Do you want to play this video?
Yeah, play that. Let them watch it.
I'll go ahead and all you that are in the live broadcast and chat, I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and we'll just show you exactly what we're watching here, and you can take a look. Woo. Pretty sexy. The pan, bro.
Yeah, I like the pan. The Tri-Glide's even cooler.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah, just because there's more paint on it.
Ooh, that was for all you listening audience that aren't in the live broadcast and chat here.
This one's the GI Enthusiast Collection.
I played the video there. It's Harley's produced video, little short video of the Enthusiast Collection. Now, I honestly, Lurch, I had forgotten about this until I was on Harley-Davidson website, or we came across it, and I said, we should probably throw that because it doesn't get a lot of promotion, I don't feel like, from Harley.
I'm curious what they're going to do moving forward and what other models are going to do, but looking at this one in particular, it's definitely, it's a matte green finish. It's got kind of an off-white to yellowish, gold star on it. Very reminiscent of the older military vehicles, in particular like Army vehicles. And that's why I think that, for me anyway, I think they both look beautiful. And that's a great color, I think, for the pan. Just being an adventure bike and an off-road bike, I think it just kind of blends in with nature, right, a little bit. But when I look at the Tri-Glide, it has that trunk and a lot more real estate on it. They got the USA on the back there. It reminds me of like an old Jeep, like an old 30s and 40s Jeep. So I think they really nailed it. And if I was somebody that had spent some time in the military, and particularly the Army, this for Harley, they're saying that this honors the long-standing community of riders who have and continue to serve in the U.S. Armed Forces. But with the color green, I think it really goes towards the Army. They're great. I like it. I'm really looking forward to see what they do in the future.
So tell me this, because you know more about this than me. I'm looking here and I'm sharing my screen with you guys to show you the Enthusiast Collection, but it's under Bikes Collections. Of course, you've got CVO Icons and then the Enthusiast. And this is the 2022 GI Enthusiast Collection. Did they do a collection last year?
I don't believe so. I think this is the first
That's
one that I'm aware of.
Okay. This is what I'm saying. Like, this hasn't been like promoted hardly at all. We stumbled across it. So you think this is the first one?
I'm aware of.
What do you make? If you guys know in the chat, let us know if there was one last year and we missed it. But I don't even remember it being here last year under collections. There was only Icons and CVO. I don't remember the Enthusiast. And then all of a sudden, the Enthusiast just popped up. Matthew Haywood says they should come with a 50 cal mounted.
Especially the Tri-Glide.
The Tri-Glide, dude. Yeah. Yeah. You get a 50 cal on that biatch. Look at that thing, dude. Oh,
I mean, there's been a version of this with law enforcement and firefighters and that kind of stuff, but not to this extent, I don't believe.
Yeah. So breaking down their statement here, what do you make of that? diversity of community of unique backgrounds and interests of the people within it. I mean, we know
that's pretty broad.
The GI, that is pretty broad.
That means they can make anything they want.
Right.
Like
a firefighter's edition, a police officer edition.
That's what I'm wondering about in the future, if there'll be a law enforcement firefighter.
Dude, how are we going to back out of that one?
Well, we have to get one of those.
We got to get one of those, dude. This Pan America is badass.
Right.
Dude.
That's a great color, isn't it?
It really is.
It's really suited for that bike.
Yeah.
But in the past, with the law enforcement editions and the firefighter editions, they weren't this extravagant as far as paint. I mean, they're pretty simple. They just, they might put a badging on it, a little stripe or something like that. Most of the time, if you're looking at a law enforcement or a firefighter version of the, especially like the either the tri-glides, the street glides, the road glides, or whatever, most people won't even notice that it's a version. And Jake here says the Enthusiast Collection is brand new for 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't miss that last year. I was thinking I was like, I don't think we missed that.
I'm excited to see.
I'm pretty sure our Harley rep would have told us about that.
You would think so.
Or something. Yeah.
I like this, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the future. But like you say, the way they talk about how it celebrates the diversity of our community and the unique backgrounds and interests of the people within it, that's pretty broad. Mm-hmm. So they can do just about anything. I think you could have aviation version or
right. Yeah. Now you're talking.
I don't know. It's going to be neat.
Yeah. So
I don't know how many they're making either. As much as I researched on this, I still can't find how limited they are.
As you're talking, I'm doing some research of my own. One of my questions is pricing. Did you check pricing? So here's a Tri-Guide Ultra. I want to see the pricing difference. I'm going to pop my screen up here for you guys again to show you what I'm looking through here. So interestingly, the Enthusiast 2022 Tri-Glide Ultra
38.
Coming in at 38 in comparison to the regular 2022 Tri-Glide, which is starting at 35.
Okay.
So they are charging more for them, kind of like the Icons collection.
Oh, yeah.
But they're the same bike, just different paint, really.
Yes.
That I know of.
And that's all I see too.
Okay.
And so there is a jump, but the jump's not quite as high as the limited number on the Icon bikes. It looks like you're looking at $3,000 more.
Yeah. 35.6. So 36, you're about 36, 37, 38. So a little over $2,000, 22, 23, somewhere in there. More starting base price. But there you go. If you're in the military, served in the military, I didn't. But I can't say that I wouldn't want one of these for sure. I think it's badass. And even if you haven't, it'd be a badass bike to have. So yeah, there you go. And announcing the Enthusiast Collection. Nobody really even jumped on it. Even on YouTube, there's not much to it except paint. So maybe that's why. Yeah.
Greg says if they did an aviation edition, I'd have to spend more money. So I'm guessing Greg must fly or aviation. Yeah. So there's all kinds of, groups of people out there that they could definitely cater to with these bikes.
Yeah, for sure. So let us know in the comments, lawabidingbiker.com/whatever episode number this is. You can leave your comments. You can also, you in the live chat can leave your comments right now. Well, you're laughing.
No, I'm just laughing because Mark Arnold being, sarcastic said, charging more? I'm shocked.
True that.
Green paint is expensive.
Lurch, you have something to do.
Are you searching for the easiest and quickest detachable luggage system for your motorcycle? Rick Rack has just what you're looking for. Forget all those frustrating straps and bungee cords that come loose and slap your paint.
Slap your paint!
Check out one of Rick Rack's awesome quick attach strapless luggage systems. This father and son team designed something really special that you can't find anywhere else. Yep, these guys ride, so they truly understand the needs of bikers. The Rick Rack quick attach system is strong, durable, and secure with a lockable system. Also, check out their full line of touring bags to accompany your quick detach system. Once you use Rick Rack, you'll never go back. What are you waiting for, bikeaholics? Head on over to the Law Abiding Biker store and check out our full line of Rick Rack systems. lawabidingbiker.com/store.
All right. Anything else about the Enthusiast Collection that you want to talk about, or should we just move on to our last topic?
Move on, but just saying Greg was a Leo helicopter pilot, retired.
Oh, nice.
That's an awesome gig, and thanks for your service, Greg.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
Isn't retirement great? Mm-hmm. You'll see one day, Ryan.
Lurch is not retired, by the way.
Well, I'm retired from law enforcement. True.
I'm glad Lurch is not. I'm glad he's working for me. Even though I hack on him, I couldn't ask for a better chief operations officer. That's why we get along so well, because he can take the heat.
Well,
all right.
I just ignore you.
You're right. Well, that too. Daily. He ignores me. It's pretty standard. So we did a Boss Audio. So we had done the Boss Audio in the past, and we did the front system. We did it on Cowboy's bike, and we did some shorts on it, and that full install video will be coming out. It's on a hard RAID drive still. We haven't even edited that, or I haven't, have I? We haven't put the Boss Audio front install out as a for sale video. We
no, man. We have been.
You're sure about that?
Why don't you look while I'm talking?
Okay.
We've been so crazy busy creating content for you guys this spring and summer. It's just been nonstop. I mean, we've been filming almost constantly for the last several months, and so we got a lot coming your way. But this one,
we do have the Boss Audio out.
You got it out?
It's on our so lawabidingbiker.com.
The front's out, but I don't believe the rear's out.
Well, no, the rear's definitely not. I just couldn't remember if we had the front out. That's sad that I don't remember that. But install Boss Audio 98 and newer models. lawabidingbiker.com/buy videos is where all our premium for purchase videos are. And of course, if you're a top tier Patreon member, just ask us for any of those and we'll give you a free code so that you can view it. But there's a whole list of them there. So anyways, we did that front install and it is out. And we talked about that system. We actually did a full episode on that. Do you remember what podcast number that was?
I don't, but I hear you typing, so you're looking it up.
I'm typing it.
So this is a bit of an update to it. We had done the front system, and now we've done a rear system. So we just want to give you our thoughts and opinions and talk about the rear a little bit.
So Law Abiding Biker episode 307 was a review and installation of the Boss Audio for the Hardy system, plus J&M Rockford Fosgate, Sounds Bagger, Hog Tunes, Hardy Boom Audio. lawabidingbiker.com/307. It's, if you want to listen to that, it is a awesome sounding, budget-friendly system in our opinion, and we can get you through the install lickety-split. And so, like Lurch says, we did a rear system to add to Cowboy's bike, and Lurch, you want to talk about that and what we want to relate on this episode?
Yeah, if you've already put the front system in, adding the speaker bags is pretty straightforward. You do have to get to cutting on your bags, which can be a little nerve-wracking. But the cool thing about the Boss Audio system for the rear system is they don't just like send you a little paper template or something you stick on your saddlebag. They've got a hard plastic template that fits to the contours of your bag, and you screw that to the bag, and then you make your cut. So it's very precise and hard to screw up. Now, with that said, you do have to have stock Harley lids on your bike. We thought we'd get cute and save Cowboy's stock Harley lids, and so we ordered some from Advan Black. Great quality stuff, especially for the price. But when we put the templates on, they didn't quite line up right. And I got the holes cut out, and everything looked good. But then we went to mount the speakers; they wouldn't quite mount up, and I was getting frustrated like nobody's business. And you said, "You think those are a different shape?" To which I responded, "No, dude, they got to be. I'm sure they're the same." Well, Advan Black and Hogworks, I think what we're learning is while they're very similar to Harleys, visually
they'll fool you.
I think they change them just enough so that they probably get away from patent issues. Mm-hmm. The lid is shaped just ever so slightly. You wouldn't even notice it. If you bought a pair of Advan Black lids to replace some on
visually Harley,
you wouldn't even notice. But when you start cutting on them and adding speaker grills and mounting plates, it was just enough that we couldn't get everything to line up. So
I also, we have no affiliation with Advan Black whatsoever. But I also will say, visually you can't tell, but you can tell when you feel them too. Like they don't feel to me as solid as a stock Harley bag. Is that just me? They're made out of a little bit different materials.
Maybe.
I don't know.
They could be. I
mean, it feel as solid to me.
It's a mold, injected polymer. I mean, they're close.
Okay. Yeah, they're close.
They're close. It's not garbage. I mean, so
right. No, it's not garbage.
Just talking about Hogworks and Advan Black and some of those parts. I can tell you, I bought an Advan Black trunk for my bike, and it's good. But I will tell you that the quality is not quite as high as the Harley. One of the issues I had in particular was with the chrome hardware. A hinge in particular discolored, and I had to get a new one. So you definitely save some money going with Advan Black or Hogworks. But if it's something like if it's a trunk you're going to put on your bike and do it all the time, if you can afford it, you might want to just buy the Harley one. Like Mark Arnold said earlier, Harley's paint quality is very good. You're going to find that while these are color matched like nobody's business, I don't know how they figure out how to get the colors that close, because I have a Superior Blue 2015 Roguelite Special, and I ordered my Advan Black trunk, and it matched up perfectly. But it's just, it seems like the paint might swirl a little bit easier. The chrome's not quite the same quality.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well
so anyways, we got off topic, didn't we?
Never.
Never happened.
I think that's a good topic to let people know about those side bags. It's good information.
Yeah.
We've had experiences with them.
Yeah. If you can afford to get the HD OEM stuff, probably better, but it's not
all OEM stuff we don't recommend, but some things are just, they are what they are.
Close.
Like the heated grips.
They're close. Yeah.
Yeah. We only recommend Harley branded OEM heated grips rather than some of the aftermarket stuff there.
So if you've already installed the front system, this is pretty straightforward. Like I said, you got to use a template and cut out a hole. The grills go on top of your lid, and then underneath there is a plate that you screw those two together. Your lid, your speakers, and your plate screw together, and then your speaker screws into the back of that. It's a 6x9 speaker. It does take up some trunk room. You're going to lose a little bit of space at the top. Not a whole lot, because most people don't.
Trunk room?
No, the saddlebags.
Okay, you said trunk.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's why I caught it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, saddlebags. It does take up some room in your saddlebags. Not a lot of usable space, because most people don't pack their saddlebags up over the lip of the bag itself.
Like me.
You tend to pack it just to the
mine
top.
Mine don't close half the time.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't broke mine trying to jam them closed.
Smash them closed. So keep in mind that, yes, you will potentially lose a little bit of space, but so the biggest nerve-wracking part is just cutting the template. But like I said, it comes with a hard plastic template that you screw onto the top of your lid, and then you just follow the track and cut it. You can use a jigsaw. They make other saws that are pneumatic that are a little bit easier, but we used one of your jigsaws and it worked fine. It's pretty damn accurate. So once you do that, you do have to drill a hole then on the inner side of your saddlebag for a grommet to go through, because you got to get the wiring into the speakers. And that wiring plugs right into your amp, runs down the neck of your bike, and then out to your saddlebags. And it does have detachable plugs inside. So if you want to detach your bags, you can unplug the speakers, then you pop that grommet out and the bag pulls away. So it does add a little bit of extra step to taking your saddlebags off, just to be aware of. Mm-hmm. They do make two kits. They make one for the 98 to 2013 touring bikes, and they also make one for the 2014 Plus, because as most of you guys know listening, the bags got changed a little bit in 2014. They hinge differently, and they're a little bit different shape. So once you plug it in, then it's pretty straightforward. It'll work right away, but you're going to notice that you do have to make some adjustments, which in our video we show you how to do it, but you have to adjust the gain. The gain's set pretty low, so you turn up the gain. And the great thing about the Boss audio amp is it has a clipping light on it, so you can turn your gain up, or for simple terms, the volume coming out of your speakers, the power going to them, you can turn it up until that clipping light starts to blink, and that's telling you that you're about to distort. So it makes it really easy. All you got to do is turn it up, put it full volume, turn it up until it starts clipping, and then back it off a little bit, and that'll give you everything you can get out of your system without damaging your speakers. And then there's adjustment. You want to adjust the crossover so you're taking some of the bass out. And again, in the video, we show you how to do it
when we get that edited. Again, the front's done.
That's true.
The rear will be a cheaper price because there's a little bit less to it. And not everybody does the rear. They do the fronts. And then if somebody does want to do the rear, I think that's what we decided. We will make it a separate rear video.
And that's why we push the front out first, because that's what the majority of people do, is the front speakers.
And you're going to start there anyways. Yeah. So a couple things. We'll give you our opinion and testing, and we did some decibel meter stuff, didn't we?
Yep.
I do want to shout out that speaking of Advan Black, there was some chat about it. There's some guys talking about it in the chat. I will tell you guys that we have installed. We don't have affiliation with them. They're interesting because we actually, if somebody knows them, we've emailed them multiple times. We actually shot an entire video with some of their products.
Yeah, I bought that trunk outright.
Yeah.
And then we just reached out and said, hey, we've got a video if you're interested, and try to get a relationship going, and kind of stalled.
Yeah,
actually no response.
They're interesting. So, we had reached out to them a couple times. We actually have a video shot on it, and we're not putting anything out on it unless they at least want to respond to us at some point. But whatever. I just want to throw that out there. So is there anything else on the? Oh, I hope that video I can get to it soon or then later, but we'll see. Lurch, you want to do this?
Ride wronger. The people watching the video, you can see I'm wearing reading glasses. I finally had to give in. So
he's an old man.
I'm still trying to adjust to looking through them and looking up. So ride longer and treat your ass with some respect already.
Oh, treat that ass.
Get hooked up with a premium butt buffer seat cushion. This company of bikers developed a super thin hospital grade seat cushion made of solid and elastic materials. And unlike gel pads, it won't leak if punctured. The butt buffer is designed not to slide around your seat, fits all motorcycles and stalls in seconds, easily cleans up, and helps dampen those vibrations. With plenty of models to choose from, they assure you'll have a comfortable ass when riding. Head on over to Law Abiding Biker Store and check out our full lineup of butt buffer seat cushions.
That ass.
It's hard enough to read it, let alone when you're making comments like that.
Oh, good times. All right. So the Bosch Audio rear system, pretty impressive. We were already impressed. Did you give pricing on this, Lurch? It's in our store already, right?
Yeah, it's let me look here. It's in the show notes. I think it's 3 something.
So we are, just while he's looking that up, we already sell the front system in the Law Abiding Biker Store. We've sold a bunch of those units.
$349.
So $349 for the rears, right?
Yep.
Okay. So what's the front? Get a total if somebody wanted to do the full system.
$569, but I'll look it up.
So again, both systems, front and rear, in the Law Abiding Biker Store. Really appreciate you shopping there. It is something we've tried, we've tested a wonderful sounding system at a budget price compared to a lot of the other systems. You got it?
Yeah, it is $569.
Okay.
So I'm adding it. $569, $359, $928 for a front and rear system. That's cheaper than you're going to get a
tax,
front one.
Somewhere, depending, somewhere around there, $1,000.
And the other brands, you're going to be paying $1,200 just for the front system.
Yep.
Amp, speakers.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah, well said. And Cowboy was very impressed. He came down to get his bike, and he wasn't sure if he was going to keep him, but I haven't heard from him, and I think he's keeping everything because he likes it.
His only concern was taking up too much room in his saddlebags.
Right.
Yeah.
And he must have got past that.
I guess. Yeah. I told him, I said, if you don't like it, then because our friends around here are very gracious and they let us, play with their bikes and drill holes in their saddlebags and do all kinds of stuff. And so I had told him, hey, listen, man, if in the end you don't want them because they take up too much room, let me know. We'll get you some new lids. And so far, no requests.
Yeah.
So
well, when he came down,
they sound great.
He had a smile on his face and he was dancing and jamming out. And I knew immediately that he was going to love those things.
You enjoyed him for a week or so because he went on vacation.
Longer than that.
I mean, it's a couple of weeks. Yeah, he went on vacation, was able to come down and get his bike for a couple of weeks. So you would show up to our morning coffee administrative time on that bike quite often, and I could hear the stereo ablazing.
I had to thoroughly test it every day to make sure that it really sounded good. But it's a nice addition. Those rear speakers to an already good sounding system. You wouldn't be disappointed. Again, a lot of that comes down to some personal preference and what you want to do. But I know, and I can tell you that Cowboy is happy because we've heard nada from him. And he must be enjoying those things. And did we decibel those? I think we did. I can't remember we did.
Man, I know we
on the video.
The front. I assume we did the rear as well.
Yeah. But
like I said, we're doing so many videos. Sometimes these things blend together.
Yep. And we did some shorts on it too, letting you hear them. So if you aren't following us over on Instagram, make sure you get over there at Law Abiding Biker. We're doing a bunch of stuff over on Instagram that you won't see anywhere else. Of course, YouTube, Ryan Erlacher, and Twitter. If you're on the Twitter, we don't, it's Twitter's Twitter, at Law Abiding Biker over there. And of course, Facebook, Law Abiding Biker. But Instagram for sure, guys. And we don't talk about it a lot, but we are over on the Tickety Talk.
Which makes me laugh because you're like, we're never doing TikTok, dude.
Stupid.
It's short form. It's not interesting. And one day, scrolling through.
I actually didn't say short form wasn't interesting because we've been doing Instagram Reels for quite a while and YouTube Shorts. I said TikTok specifically,
Okay.
not necessarily that short content
Yeah.
wasn't popular.
But TikTok has gotten very popular.
It's kind of a cesspool, honestly, folks.
It's entertainment. while
Just
you're
because we're
sitting
there
on a
doesn't
can.
mean we like it.
No.
But
we are a media company, and we got to try and be everywhere, obviously for reasons to get exposure. But I do have I finally broke down and got the TikTok, and I was flipping through it one day, going to the bathroom, like most people do. I mean, you're a heathen if you walk into the bathroom without your phone to entertain yourself these days.
I don't even know what to do.
I know. Would you just stare at the wall?
Yep.
Anyways.
Like we used to, I guess.
I'm thumbing through and I see law-abiding biker. I thought, son of a bitch. Somebody ripped us off. I thought somebody started a fake account because you told me we're not doing TikTok. I had to get a hold of you and go, hey, dude, is this legit?
Yeah. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah. So
it's doing pretty well.
I actually started it just to play around to see if it get any traction at all. I wasn't actually intending to do it long term. And it kind of went and built up pretty quick. So I was like, all right, I guess we should throw some of the stuff over. But I definitely more stuff on Instagram Reels. That's really where you guys should be, over the Instagram. And but we're over on the Tickety Talk, and some people we're interacting with over there. But it is a cesspool of an app. It's a cesspool of a platform. Honestly, I'll just give you my personal opinions. It's kind of like it reminds me of YouTube in the early days, where it was just not monitored and it was just trolled out and really negative. A lot of people doing really stupid shit. The thing about TikTok is there's nothing there for a creator. There's, monetarily, it's a joke. Even if the monetized creator. So there's just a lot of people doing stupid shit for to get likes. Like they're not even making any money. Some of your top TikTokers, but that's because they're getting sponsors. It's not monetized like YouTube, but I don't want to get off on a tangent. It is a cesspool. We all know who owns the app. It's not even from this country. So it is what it is. We're going to be there. We're banning people just like we do on YouTube. We'll clean it up pretty quick. People will realize that's not the kind of channel it is, but I'm there. I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather watch YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. They're cleaner platforms, but the Tickety Talk is the Tickety Talk. There you go. I've said my piece. I already did things that pissed me off. I'm not going to rant and rave about this.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, there's just so many other platforms out there that are doing it that is just a cleaner experience, and just a lot of, dude. All right. I got to stop. There's a lot of trash on TikTok, dude. Let's just say it. There is.
Oh, absolutely.
The trashiest people that live on this planet end up on TikTok. Like it makes you, if you already didn't lose faith in humanity, you really lost faith in humanity after you watch TikTok for about 10 seconds.
Their
are
algorithm.
morons over there.
They got a pretty good algorithm, because mine is all barbecue, motorcycles, and construction stuff. I mean, it kind of figures out what you like to watch, what's entertaining.
Well,
to you.
so does YouTube and so does Instagram.
Yeah. Well, they've
been doing that a long time.
Yeah,
YouTube invented the algorithm of knowing what you like to watch.
Yeah.
But yes,
TikTok's figured that one out.
and then China stole it.
Yep. Oh, of course, that's what they're good at.
All right.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. They are really good at that. All right.
Anywho.
Anything else on Boss Audio? Yeah, we really like it.
We do. In fact, my boom audio stage 2 amp took a shit.
Yeah.
I was going down the road the other day, and all of a sudden the music quit. It took me a little while to figure it out, but the fuse in my amp was blown.
Just stopped?
Yeah, just like that.
What?
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then I can go over to the headset profile. That works. So it's not the stereo. Go back to the speaker profile. Nothing. I found out your bike and my bike have like 4 or 5 fuses in it, because we've got so much serial lighting and other stuff on there, heated grips and battery tenders and all this crap. Anyways, I found out that the fuse was blown. So I went in and I pulled the amp and put a fresh fuse in. It was good until I plugged the amp in and gone. So I ripped it all out. We've got to figure out what to do. If we don't come up with something, I might put the Boss Audio in there, because I'm impressed with
we're probably going to do a different
quality.
system.
We'll see if we can find one, because we're always looking for new ones to do, and I think we've done most of them out there. So
we'll find one.
We'll see. Maybe
we'll do something new.
Never know. But I'd be willing to put one in. The only reason I bring it up is it's my bike. We sell it, but I'd be willing to put one in. It's a good system, especially for the price.
Yep. Good call. Now, we love our patrons. We want you to be a patron. We want to get you benefits. We want to get to know you better. We want you riding and chatting in the private Facebook group, and we want to get you all those benefits. But hey, for whatever reason, you just want to leave a flat donation. We never bought. At a flat donation, we want to thank the following people, Lurch.
Charles Strong of Byron, Georgia. Gary Greenbaum of Palm Springs, California. He donated after asking a question. Thank you for that, because that does take us some time sometimes to get those answers for you. So much appreciated. And a repeat donator, old Peter Hondo.
There you go, lawabidingbiker.com/donate. You can just go to the homepage of the website, and on the right-hand side, there's also a big donate button. And we certainly appreciate it. It helps put a little fuel in the Law-Abiding Biker gas tank,
so we can keep this thing running on down the road.
There you go. It's been fun, and we love live chat and this with the patron members and this private broadcast.
They just add a really nice part to this thing. You know, they really take it to a different level.
Yep, they do. We love chatting with you guys, and if you're listening, you're getting this months later in regular podcast format, and we showed a lot of stuff on video, you know, on their screens that you didn't get to see. It's a really cool experience. So if for any other reason, we'd like to have you at that mid-tier level or above patron member, so you too can get this when it comes out, right when it comes out, and you can chat and see everything and have a gay old time with us. Can you say that?
Yeah.
It's the original.
It means happy.
Right. Just want to make sure.
It means happy.
Just want to make sure with all the PC police out there, Lurch, that I can still use the word in the proper context.
Yeah.
All right. We did have a gay time.
This is our show.
Okay.
We can decide what we want to put on it. It's not like we can get canceled.
Yeah, right. You're right. You can't cancel us.
That's right. We're uncancelable.
Many people have tried and failed. No, I'm teasing. I don't know that we've been tried to cancel us.
David Schwartz says, now I can go to bed.
No, yeah.
Thanks for staying up with us, David.
David Schwartz over in Israel. Thanks,
Hope all's
brother.
well.
It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All of you in the chat that we've come to know over time. Appreciate you guys being here. You always make it a fun experience. So, Lurch.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's just do this, guys. Yeah. Which one will it be, Lurch? Oh.
Yeah, do that one.
We haven't done this in a while. There is a option now. If you're a regular listener, our patron members are already supporting us, of course. But if you watch our videos over on YouTube and you appreciate them, you do have the ability to leave a YouTube super thanks now. It's in the lower part, and you can hover over it. It says YouTube super thanks, and it's a way that you can leave a direct donation right there on YouTube if you're like, watch a video and go, damn, that was really helpful. Hit that button. We have been getting some, and it certainly helps keep the lights on here at the studio. And yes, it has been, we're doing well here, but we do appreciate all the support in all the different ways, because it's been a tougher year than some with the economy, and it's definitely taken a hit. We've taken a big hit here at Law Abiding Biker Media, as many companies have. Just people don't have as much extra income to throw around as we did prior to the massive inflation we have now, and the cost of goods and gas prices out of control. So
supply chain issues
have been tough for us. So we're doing well, but seriously, it's because you guys really, in all the different ways, continue to support us, and we just couldn't keep afloat without that. It's not cheap running a company like this at all. I just want to say sincerely thank you for everybody that's helping us in all the different ways that you can. We will get through this, and the economy will eventually get better. I'm hopeful for that, and keep our fingers crossed on that, Lurch. Thanks, guys. lawabidingbiker.com/fresh-butt. BUTT. Thanks for being here, everybody. Peace.
Night,
God
y'all.
bless.